we are live because we have a tornado warning for this cell right here. My goodness, that thing wrapping up. Got that classic hook echo right there. So let's read what the National Weather Service has said for this storm. Alright. So, National Weather Service in Lubbock, Texas has issued a tornado warning for northern Hockley County in northwestern Texas until 9:15 p.m. CDT. At 8:50 p.m. CDT, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 5 miles northeast of Levelland, moving north at 20 miles per hour. The hazard here is a tornado and quarter-sized tail. Source as a radar indicated rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. So, let's see which way. It said north-northeast, right? Northeast. So, this storm is moving roughly about that way. So, if you know anyone who lives in Abdique West, sorry. If you know anyone who lives in that area, call them now. We're going to check velocity signature. And I don't really see anything with this storm. Unless the rotation's over here. I don't see any reason why this warning was issued. I don't see any rotation with this thing. Even from a different... Well, maybe, actually. From a different tilt, I can sort of see the rotation. But if there was any, it would be back in this area, not up here. So I'm not sure. They may end up canceling this warning. And on the CC, that's just noisy. No, I don't know what I just did there. To get the echo tops, we got some pretty decent echo tops right in this area. So that's basically how high up the thunderstorm cloud is. This light green is about... Give me a minute. This light green is about 34,000 feet up in there. So we got some pretty good clouds with this thing. I'm assuming this means hail. I'm not really sure. I'm assuming that's hail. Let's take a look at base velocity. Yeah, and I'm not seeing much. But, as I said, we're so close to a radar site that we may not be getting a good look at this thing. What's the next closest radar to this storm? I think it would either be Amarillo or this one over here. Take a look at it from the Amarillo radar first. And yeah, that's not giving us a good view of it at all. So let's look at this one over here. And that's not giving us a good view either. So I guess we're just going to have to stick with this one, which I'm fine with. Take a look at the base velocity. And I have a feeling they just issued it to issue it, because they noticed that this thing was starting to form a hook echo right there, so they pulled the trigger on it. Unless they issued it for this cell up here. To actually take a look at the velocity product. Yeah, as I said, I don't see much with this system. Either way, though, you should remain in your safe place until this warning has expired or the National Weather Service decides to cancel it. Actually, I'm going right back on the high res. This storm sort of formed out of nowhere. Yeah, this storm just blew up. I don't think this is moving northeast. I think this is moving northwest. Moving north. Okay. Levelland, you guys are probably getting some heavy rains right now, but as of this moment, you guys are not in this warning. You are, however, in a special weather statement that's expiring in 16 minutes. So actually, let's read this. At 8:40 p.m. CDT, Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm 8 miles northeast of Levelland, moving north at 20 miles per hour. This line of storms has a history of producing landspout funnels similar in strength to dust devils. Nickel-sized hail and wind gusts up of 50 to 55 miles per hour will be possible with this storm. Impacted locations include Levelland, Littlefield, Anton, Spade, Woods-Harrell, Pep, Reese Center, Smyre, and Updike West. Cautionary and preparedness actions. This storm may intensify, so be certain to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service. And this was issued before this tornado warning came out as well. This was issued probably, I don't even know, maybe like 5 minutes before this tornado warning. And they said that this storm may intensify. So, and that's what's happened. This storm has intensified into a tornadic cell. I also wouldn't be surprised if this cell up here gets severe warned, because that looks like pretty good hail falling in that. Hydrometeor. Yeah, that's hail falling. All that red in here is hail. I'm assuming green is rain. Yeah, green's rain, the red is hail. The tan is, I don't know what that means. Yellow is, I don't know what that means either. And I have no idea what those are either. So, basically all you guys need to know is that the red is hail and the greens are heavy rain. And with this storm, we have heavy rain and hail falling right where this tornadic rotation is. Or where I believe it is, anyway. Maybe something trying to form right about there, but I don't see a whole lot of rotation within this cell. Once again, though, this could rapidly intensify, just like the hurricane in the eastern Pacific. So just stay tuned to your local weather stations or TV stations, and that'll get you through this just as I am right now. Maybe some Bell effect going on with this cell out from the actual tornadic rotation. Up here we got some very strong winds, as was mentioned in the special weather statement. Oh yeah, you can see it from there as well. Actually, let's go back to the hydrometeor classification. And we have some heavy rain and hail falling in this cell up here. So I would not be surprised at all if this gets severe warned. High res. I have no idea what this is, actually. I need to look all this stuff up. We have 1 inch of rain falling in this area as well, so don't be surprised if a flash flood warning gets issued. And up here, we have rain up to 3 inches per hour falling with this storm. So I would not be surprised at all if at least a flash flood warning gets issued. If not, a flash flood watch or something. What was this? Tornado warning continues for Opelika, West Texas, Opelika, Texas, until 9:15 p.m. CDT. So we got 11 more minutes with this storm, and hopefully this is the last warning of the night. Because in this area, you guys are only supposed to have thunder. You guys weren't supposed to have any tornado warnings. But this thing started rotating, and it obviously became tornadic super quickly, so I'm surprised we haven't got a new velocity scan in yet. It's been a while. That's my internet's just down again, which is completely possible as well. I'm actually going to reset it real quickly. Oh goody, here comes my brother.
EJ made it, baby. Made it.
Yeah, Max, I'm streaming right now.
What's up, guys? There's a tornado!
Actually, I don't believe there is.
I believe there is, though. So,
Let's see.
I regret sometimes, so.
I just don't see any tornadic rotation at all.
I can see some.
Where, Max?
Are you blind? Are you blind, Ism? I'm not seeing.
Unless it's this thing right there. Moving into Opelika West. I don't see any real rotation with this storm. So I believe that the National Weather Service will most likely cancel or just let this warning expire. We still have 9 minutes with this thing, though. It's back on the velocity. This thing, I don't know why we haven't got a new velocity scan in, though. Actually, we have. This is about at 10:03 p.m. my time, which is Eastern. So for you guys down there, it would be 9:03 Central. But we still have this. We still have a pretty good hook and an inflow notch, but as I said, I don't see anything tornadic with this. But if they were to extend the warning, I believe it would probably be something right like that, most likely. Maybe not this part and then coloring in, but definitely the part that's not. So let me give some all clears right now. Basically, if you're south of State Route 114, you guys are in the clear from this tornado. So if you're in Meyer, you guys were never in this tornado warning. New velocity scan has just came in. So let's take a look. And yeah, I don't see any tornadic circulation with this storm. So I believe the National Weather Service is just going to let this thing run out and then let it expire. Because they're probably not seeing anything either. I do believe, though, this thing will get warned for soon. I have a feeling in place of this tornado warning, they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. Just so these pockets of hail that are starting to pop up. There's a couple of them as well in the same storm. And I'm honestly surprised that this storm right up here doesn't have a warning on it or anything. Because that's some pretty decent hail that I'm seeing just from the radar itself. Not just from the the hydrometeor. But yeah, I believe this is more of a hail threat than a tornado threat now. Still though, you guys still have 5 minutes in this tornado warning, so remain in your safe place until this warning is over. But as I said, I don't see anything. And the correlation coefficient agrees. I don't see anything on the correlation coefficient. So I believe what National Weather Service is doing is they're just going to let this thing ride out. I don't believe they're going to reissue a warning. So I was trying to see if I could get an accurate road name on that. Anyways, guys, I believe this is the ending of this tornado warning. As always, I will be back. And they have canceled the tornado warning. I believe so. Let me just make sure. Yep, they canceled the tornado warning. So thank you all for coming out to the stream. I know it was a short one. This was a random tornado warning that was issued. But as I've said before, anytime a tornado warning gets issued, I will go on live and cover the storm, a tornadic storm. However, though, I may not always be live because I've recently applied for a job, so yeah. So if there's ever a tornado warning that's issued and I'm not live, I'm probably working.
Yeah, guys.
So thank you all for coming out to the stream, and I will see you all later.
Boom, boom.